Greetings, mortals, peers, and queers. I'm Lady Avalon, and 5 Democratic politicians' homes have been shot in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's get into it. Local and state police are working with the FBI in Albuquerque, New Mexico to investigate 5 shootings that targeted Democratic politicians' homes or offices in the past month. Bernalillo County Commissioner Adrian Barboa, whose home was first to come under fire, told NPR Friday that these attacks have been difficult to process, especially knowing that other women of color, elected officials, have been targeted. End quote. In these attacks, multiple rounds have been fired into the doors and walls of buildings, in some cases while elected officials were inside with their families, but no one has been hurt. We're grateful that nobody has been injured, but we also realize that we have to move quickly. Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Mendy, oh man, my dyslexia has hit me hard. Skipping that, said in a news conference about the attacks. His points were underlined in recent events. Authorities plan to highlight the shootings on Thursday after the state senator's home was fired on Tuesday. Then came word of yet more gunfire with political targets as bullets struck a second state senator's office Thursday morning. We do have some leads, Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller said. He acknowledged the obvious connection to all the victims belonging to the same party, but warned people not to speculate about violence while the evidence was still being gathered. We're worried and concerned that these are connected and possibly politically motivated or personally motivated, Keller said, but we don't know that for a fact. And then there's the timeline of the shooting. So, what are my thoughts and opinions on this? I think this is rather to be expected. Assuming this is politically motivated, which it seems it is, with only politicians' homes and offices being struck, this is a politically motivated attack. And I've talked about this before. This is kind of the right's MO, you know? They encourage stochastic terror against their enemies or typically minority groups. We saw this with the Club Q shooting. And we see this with like the Buffalo shooter wrote a whole manifesto on the white replacement theory or great replacement theory. The right will drum up these fears and anxieties and hammer on them as loudly as they can. Tucker Carlson famously talked a lot about the great replacement theory. And Republicans have no end of hatred towards Democrats or queer people in the case of the Club Q shooting. They talk about action for the sake of action. They drum up all of these fears, and then stuff like this happens, and then the politicians who preached all of that fear, preached those anxieties, sung those anxieties from the rooftops. Suddenly they get to step back and go, whoa, I didn't specifically say that person should specifically do that violence. I just, did say that that all the gay people were dangerous groomer, queers, pedophiles that need to die. But that doesn't mean that I specifically told that person to specifically do that piece of violence. This is, of course, what stochastic terror is. Man, I'm having real bad pronunciation this morning. Anyways, I think that's what this is, and I think we're going to see a lot more of this in the coming days, months, and years as the right picks up vitriol and becomes more venomous. We're just going to see more and more stuff like this. Anyways, support me on Patreon, follow for more daily videos, join the Discord. With that, I wish you all a good evening.